Melissa Jakes, the Olivia Pope of virtual and live events, is the CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning, a Washington, D.C. based boutique event planning firm to influencers, organizations, and corporations. During this pandemic, Melissa's expertise in online event planning has become a hot commodity. Her company also provides several courses on topics related to event planning and entrepreneurship. She gives Mommyprenuers the tools and services to balance career, business ownership, and management with family. Melissa has spoken at several events such as Facebook Boost and conducted workshops at universities and small businesses. She has been featured in several publications such as Event Planner Association Podcast, Rent My Wedding Magazine, Morgan State University, iHeartRadio, CEO Blog Nation, BET Influencer, and Event Planner Expo 2020. She provides entrepreneurs with special tools to combat what she calls FWD, fear, worry, and doubt obstacles, in order to break through and become successful owners. Mommypreneurs, let's welcome Melissa Jakes.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're here. Wednesday, where is the month? Where's the year going? I know it's been a rough year, but seriously, where is the year going? I'm super excited that you're here with me tonight. Thank you so much for coming on this Wednesday. I am Melissa Jakes. I don't even need to do the intro because I have that beautiful intro now. So why? So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm super excited about today's topic. It is so needed. And so we want to get right into it. But before we do, we got to pay a little bill. Just got to pay a little bill, okay? So I want you guys to talk about power moves because as mommypreneurs, we make power moves. And one way to do that is every Monday, I light this candle. It is called Power Moves. It just fills the room. Even my husband loves it. And I'm a big candle person. And so, when your energy is shifted and you feel right, it smells right, things are happening, and that's how you start making power moves. So head over to NauroraByNiray.com. Get a discount. If you put Melissa Jakes in there, you get some money off your purchase. Get one, get two, get three. It's the holiday season. Gift this to another mom. Let's get this going, get the energy right, and send something nice. So thank you guys so much again. Let me take this off. There we go. So I am about to introduce our guest. Her name is Dr. Tamara Hill-Bennett. She is a optometrist, an author, an entrepreneur, sustainability business coach, mentorship, public speaker, podcast, social media influencer. She is all that and more. Okay. I love to have my meetings before. And one thing I just loved about her is she doesn't take just any type of answer from people. She's very serious about her business. And serious about being a mom and a business owner. And that's one thing I definitely appreciated from her. A successful woman who has built a firm foundation from bricks by having others thrown at her. Let me read that again. She basically built her firm by the foundation from bricks that other people were trying to throw at her, took those bricks and built her foundation for her business. That is definitely amazing. A coach who empowers you either for your life, your business, affectionately called by Dr. T.O.D., and she digs deep, asks her questions that many of us don't like to ask. Don't worry, it's definitely for your benefit because we have to have those uncomfortable conversations. Empowers you to understand your integrity and your sustainability, and provides you strategies and to get your mindset and sustainability, which equals success. You guys, please welcome Dr. T.O.D. How are you?
Hey, how are you? How are you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes,
thank you for having me, Melissa. Thank you.
Oh, no problems at all. Truly appreciate you. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into our questions and our topic tonight.
Yeah, you basically hit the hammer on the nail, just starting, Logic Eye Care, which is an eye care business here in Philadelphia, in the Philadelphia area of Pennsylvania. And being a mom, being an entrepreneur, I basically started it out of my basement, right? And thinking outside of the box, it's a mobile care eye business. And now that we're kind of like in this COVID season, it's kind of bringing me back to kind of using the term ground zero. And so, but everything that I built is on sustainable principles. So everything that I use now, we're moving to telehealth. It's still the same principle that we started with, where our motto was, your home is our office. So even now doing telemedicine, your home is still our office.
Absolutely. That is amazing. That is amazing. And so you keep us the mindset plus sustainability equals success. So that's exactly why I chose this topic of how to maintain in business and womanhood and how to sustain that and keep it going. And if you guys have questions for Dr. OT, please put them in the comments. We'll bring them up on screen. So let's get into it. What types of, and we're going to talk about your business and talk about mommyhood all at the same time. Yep. So, and I wear contacts.
Uh-oh.
I like my glasses once in a while, but I love contacts. And don't ask me if I took them out every night when I sleep.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me.
I know. I'm bad. What kinds of ocular and healthcare routines can you recommend for busy moms?
I think the most important thing when you're talking about ocular care for busy moms is just making sure, like if you're wearing makeup or anything like that, making sure that your face is clean before you go to bed. The other piece of that, we're on the computer. I have a little PowerPoint presentation on that. I think I did it on one of my lives before about it's called computer overwear syndrome. It's actually a syndrome. I'm sorry, it's computer overuse syndrome. Sorry, I'm thinking about your contact lenses because you are now in the contact lens overwear mode right now. It's like, wait a minute, she's got to take them contacts out. But so yeah, Melissa. So we're on that computer. So I always tell people, even with your kids now that we're on the computer, do the 20-20-20 rule. Now you're like, Dr. T, what is that?
Yeah.
Every 20 minutes, take 20 seconds to look 20 feet away. Okay. Now, originally when this was designed, it was more so for your eyes, to kind of like refocus and let you blink, because you don't realize that you don't blink enough when we're on the computer. So there's a long mechanical thing with that. You're supposed to blink anywhere between 10 and 16, seconds, 10 to 16 times within a minute. And we don't do that. So if we're not doing that, then what are our eyes doing? They're drying out. Yeah. Then you're also having issues with focusing because you're so up close to the computer, right? So we say every 20 minutes, take 20 seconds to look away, because that's going to help you to blink. That's your natural tears. So you don't have to buy over-the-counter tears. And then now with the kids, when they're looking away, I know teachers probably don't want to do that, but I believe there's a study going on now that it's going to help them to refocus because they're not like, zoning off. They're looking away, blinking, and now they can come back and say, okay, now I can pay attention to the teacher.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's kind of helping you. It's all encompassing to make you move your eyes, read, and focus.
So 20-20-20. 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, look away
for 20 seconds.
For 20 seconds.
And about 20 feet away.
Okay, I like that.
I was telling with my kids, so if your kids are in a smaller room, like let's say in their virtual learning, I know here we're virtually learning.
Yeah.
If their room is smaller than 20 feet, like I'll have my daughter open up her room and she looks outside the hall.
Gotcha. So, that makes sense. That makes total sense. And I'm glad you brought this up. So I bought my daughter these, what is it, blue frame or
The
blue,
blue light lens.
yeah, glasses.
Awesome.
Yes, because I was like, well, you know what? They're about to be at the computer, for a long period of time. Let me get into this to help with, headaches and all that stuff. What is your thoughts on those type of glasses?
Well, somebody put that up on Facebook the other day. I want you guys to really be careful with the marketing with that, because some of those that are out there that you're getting online are not blue light lenses. I would highly recommend that you get them from an optometrist, from an optical shop, or anything like that, because a lot of them are not the actual blue light. It's almost like those readers.
Yeah.
We tell people, the readers, those are just basically magnifying glasses cut into frames. And the frames are not even ophthalmic frames or industry standard frames.
Yeah. Well,
so you just have to be careful.
Yeah, I know they're not, because I only paid like $20 for them. So
They're not
definitely
blue
good to know. So
light.
all the moms for being extra, we need to head right to the eye doctor to get that.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, I think studies are also finding that, because the kids are home, parents are noticing ocular problems. So now you have to really take them to the doctor and get their eyes checked.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So how can mommypreneurs utilize the strategy of mindset and sustainability equal success in their lives daily as mom and entrepreneurship? How does that blend together?
All right. So mindset. So we have something that we call the 7 steps blueprint for rewiring your minds for success. So, it's one of those things that, we could probably go on for days, but I'll just give you a couple of tips.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, this is the first thing, know what you want. Okay. So the first step to success is to know exactly what you want. You may have your passion, you may have your dreams, but what's going to motivate you? What's going to be the simplistic way of just getting you where you need to go, right? Then I'll take another one. We think too much as women, and if you're an entrepreneur, you have this big mind, right? You're thinking outside of the box a little bit. But then you have so many goals, you have so many things that you want to do. What I need you to do is break them down, because sometimes we get in our way and think that we can't achieve what we need to, because we are thinking of this big task. I'll even give you for an example with your wedding planning, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a big event,
but
you have to break it down
into
different pieces. And at the end of it, it all works out. You might have your little kinks, but you broke them down into smaller pieces, right? Because that's a big event. So break down your goals into small goals, right? So you have this abstract thought, break it down. And then keep your vision in mind. Always have your vision in mind. And that's why at Sustain Your Biz Academy, we say that we help to make your vision clear, because I had to put the little spin on it with the eye care stuff in there. So we wanted to be like, okay, this is your business. So if it's your business, we need to make sure your business is moving. I'm in the eye care business, or you're in the entertainment and getting activities done and things of that nature. But you can take that same business model for any other business. That's why we say sustainability, because a lot of things that I did not know in business, because optometry school doesn't teach you that. So you just said the bricks that's thrown at you, I had to learn everything in trial and error, because that's just what it is.
Yeah. So 3 is keeping your goal in mind, or keeping
your goal in mind. Don't give up on your goal. Don't give up on your goal. And then all of that can be, that is all encompassing in your mindset. I had another one up here for mindset that I kind of talk about a lot. Let me just see if I can find it. I had everything in queue for myself.
Yes.
So No, this is for the other question. I didn't put it right. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
No worries. No worries.
Gotcha. Here we go. So a lot of times I have a class on retraining your mindset, right? Because a lot of times we have used our past to either stop us from where we're trying to go or have that roadblock of where we're trying to go. And so your mindset comes from within. So if you are not motivated, if you are down or just in a funk, then you're gonna stop doing or trying to attain your goal, right? So you definitely want to do that. So try to figure out that inert feeling, right? How do you find your desire? How do you get that spark back, right? And that's just kind of where we are in life, to get your spark back, especially now that we're in COVID. A lot of people that are in business probably either lost their business, probably, or was laid off or furloughed. How do you find a motivating factor to keep your eye on the prize?
Yeah.
Right? How do you do that? And it comes from within. So you want to make sure that you really dig deep and do within. And you know what? That reminds me of that candle, right?
Yeah.
That's your motive. You light that candle,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's going to keep you focused, whatever that focus might be. Or with the next question, we'll talk about something else that I also wanted to talk about tonight as well, with one of the questions you have. Yeah. So just looking within and just trying to hone in. And again, I think a lot of people don't talk about faith, but whatever your faith is, maybe get that back. Maybe if you was out of church for a while, we got what some people say church.
It's easy. Huh? It's easy.
It's all on the internet, y'all. It's all, everybody having a Facebook church or YouTube. Everything is live. You got to find something.
Yeah, definitely. So leading right into question 3 is, how can mommypreneurs instill sustainability principles in entrepreneurship in their children in an early age? Get them to understand all of that in an early age.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Affirmations.
I'm so glad you said that. So making sure you have affirmations. Is it just make like, for example,
I see them.
The goals, I have focus, darling. I have some other ones y'all can't see. Or maybe if I tilt it up, got this.
Wow.
So is this something that you should have around the house? Is it something you tell your children daily? I know we tell them that we love them, but is it something like, Gabriella, you're made for greatness? Is that something we should continuously put around the house?
You know what? I don't want to, a lot of people say, oh, you want to have too much positivity. I could say sometimes my daughter be like, Mommy, you're just too happy all the time. I don't want to be. I was like, this is me. I'm not always happy, but I want to give that. I want to exude some type of positivity.
Yeah.
One of the things that one of my good friends taught us, and that's when I really started learning more about mindfulness. She's also into mindfulness. She does yoga. But I did this on another live. Y'all ready?
Oh.
Right. And just getting a bear and telling them, hey, you can either talk to this bear and just tell them how you feel, even with your kids. Like she gave this to us on one of those girl nights, and she gave us all bears, and she's just like, pick your bear. And she was like, talk to the bear. Let your bear know how you feel. Maybe you don't have that person in there. Maybe your kid, has to open up to really want to talk to their parents. You want to have that openness with your kids, right? And of course, there are going to be kids after certain stages, right, that they may not want to, like, especially teenagers, they don't want to talk to you, right? So, hugs.
Oh, that is so true.
Hugs. Sometimes it's not always about us saying anything.
Yeah. Man, I got to add something to my Christmas list.
Got some bears in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like I have pillows to say thankful. I have be patient. I have love. It's just something that's in there. And even ask your kids. Like I know some little specialty shops may have little things that they may want to put on the wall. Like my daughter has stuff on her wall, that means something to her, not to you parents. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when we talk about glasses. Let the kids pick out their glasses because they got to wear them. Stop picking out the kids. Stop. Just stop it. Let them pick out well, I'm paying for it. I know you're paying for it, but if you want them to be on their face,
have to wear it. Yeah, they have to wear it.
Yeah. So just as we talk about affirmations when we're as adults, the same thing for kids. You want to try to, especially now in this time and this whole new level, and they're getting depressed, and that's real with kids as well. So you just want to kind of look at that.
Yes. And I love this question because I know a little bit of the backstory with your daughter and all the amazing things your daughter's doing before COVID and stuff like that. I'm not sure if y'all have gone back to it. But how do you wear many hats, right? So you have your practice, you're an entrepreneur, you're an author, you have your classes going on about being have a mindset of sustainability. And then you also have to be a mom. So how do you give other mompreneurs advice of balance, but still making sure they all have their equal share of love and energy?
I think everything is in stages. So I know for me, the reason why I said I want to be an entrepreneur and one of my own, and why, well, number one, I always wanted to be a doctor. I was told that I would never be a doctor. Go figure. So that's another thing about with your kids. Let them figure out what they want and try to exude that for them to push them in that direction. I know for us, it was like my oldest was always in science. Now she's in college and she switched. It's okay, but I'm still pinching that science in there a little bit. And then my youngest, now she's trying to, she's saying she wants to be a doctor. She doesn't know which one, but however, you want to still kind of instill that they can be that. Right. So that's one. That's what stage are they at in your, so are you a young mom? If you were a baby mommy, a toddler, elementary school, when they get around 5th grade, it changes a little bit, middle school and then high school. So I wanted a business where I knew that I can help and be a part of my children's lives. So where I can say, okay, I'm doing volleyball this weekend. So I'm a volleyball mom, y'all. I can't have, any patients this weekend, or something like that. So being an entrepreneur allows me a little bit more flexibility than it would be if I was actually working for somebody. So it definitely takes time, but I always say, don't feel like that you are a superwoman. You definitely have to think about taking time for yourself. And I know for a long time, I didn't do that. I didn't take time for myself. I was really worried about others. And making sure that they were okay, everybody in the household. However, don't feel ashamed that you may have to go visit a friend that's in another state. Like, don't do it now. Wait till we get.
Yes, please.
Okay,
please.
Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. But, or even if you have a Zoom night with some friends, like I just talked with one of my good friends that's in Georgia. I was like, yeah, we need to have a girls' night, and we're going to have it this Friday. We're just going to have a girls' night. We're just going to Zoom. Because we haven't been connecting, and we're all going through something. So I just want you to know that it's okay to take time. So I would say when they were babies, I used to take a lot of baths with the candles. I love candles. So I'm gonna have to buy one of your candles. Yeah. I would have candles. I was just like, don't bother me, lock the door.
Yes. Yeah.
And have your candle moment. Right.
Yeah.
Then the other one is I used to get up early and maybe just sit and look out the window. Those are some of those things. So you definitely want to just make sure that you're in tune with everything that you're doing. And the most important thing is don't look at what everybody else is doing. Because if you keep looking at everybody else, you will be a mess. Boo.
Yeah. And I'm, I've been guilty of that. Like, gosh, man, what? Oh, I need to do that. Or man, What? Oh, I need to get it together. And I have to stop because next thing I have 5 million projects. Nothing's getting off the ground because you're looking at everybody else, but just being in tune with yourself. So I definitely wholeheartedly believe that. And it's tempting sometimes to be like, oh my gosh, she got that going on. I always say what's for you is for you. And in God's timing is in God's timing for you. And some people have winning seasons, and some people then have lower, not winning, but just an average season. So yeah, I totally agree on that.
And the thing about entrepreneurship, and one of the things that if you go to my Facebook page, it might be one when I first started Sustain Your Biz to Win on Facebook, is that struggle leads to success. No matter where you are, you have to you're going to grow in struggle, and that's either through your business, through your family relationship. If you're married, there's going to be struggles, and you got to either figure out whether or not you're going to deal with those struggles, if you're going to try to pull through those struggles to be successful, or whatever. So definitely want to put that in place. And again, you just said alignment, and what may be for you at one point is not going to be at that time, but it may be later. And I'll give you an example. Just by me coming on here, I would say I would never want to be on Facebook. Never. Never be. Nope. I'm probably like you with putting together stuff on the background, putting events together, doing that. That's your thing. But coming on Facebook to kind of talk about I care, to talk about entrepreneurship, to talk about that wasn't me.
Yeah.
It happened in COVID. But guess what, you guys? In 2015, I sat down with a media person that we was trying to put together a TV show.
Yeah.
That was in 2015. COVID came. Guess what I pulled out?
That TV show.
And that's how I'm putting on segments and learning segments and going back to that and creating ideas and creating topics. So it wasn't meant for me to do it in 2015. I didn't see it then. Now I see it.
Yes. Oh, this has been amazing. But you guys, if you want to learn more, and you need to learn more from Dr. TOD, you're gonna have to reach her. And so tell us where we can find you.
I'm on Instagram at 2020 Eye Doctor. That's where we kind of post all our eye care stuff, and after a whole bunch of stuff is on there. And then the Sustain Your Biz is Sustain Your Biz to Win. If you're an entrepreneur, you just follow that page. That's where I go live about some of our talks about business stuff. And we have an event coming up.
Yes,
on the 13th. Yes, it's called Sharp Sexy Sisters. So this is all about women entrepreneurs, but we got a little spin on this one. We're going to hear from the theme is the voices of our brothers. So one of my friends that's in that actually helped us with our youth ministry here. He did a little joke and saw a guy on the flyer, because it says Sharp Sexy Sisters. He was like, hold on, this doesn't go. I said, you have to go in and see that we're talking to our brothers during this time. It's December 13th. There is an all access pass. I can probably give it to Melissa, and she can probably repost it for you guys. And it's free to attend, and it's just going to be amazing. We got a jazz musician playing. It's just like a Sunday jazz coming in. We're going to have a person talking about how to create your own book, sustainable business tips, and how to start your own business.
All right, I'm putting the link. I went to your website. I think I found it. It's on the website.
Hold on. Let me put it in here.
Okay.
Real quick. Let me give it to you. Where's the free pass? Here it is. I think this is it. If it's not, I know there was a discounted one, but I'm going to put it in the chat here for you. There it is.
Perfect. Yes.
And then you get to see all the speakers that's coming. We have speakers from like I said, I'm here in Philly, from all the way to Florida. So
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to check it out. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I mean, because that's great. Learning about writing a book, like people have to understand there's multiple streams that has to happen. Definitely
Hmm.
multiple streams. It can't just be one. Bill Gates didn't have just one. So
Nope.
okay,
And that is part of what? Sustainability.
awesome. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming on with me.
Thank
Um,
you for having me.
I truly appreciate it, and we will talk soon.
Yes. All right. See you guys.
Bye. So, guys, thank you again for so much for coming on. If you are watching replay, you need to do the replay. She gave a lot of tips and things that need to go back and do as well. Um, so definitely make sure. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm talking the same. Okay. So if you guys need to connect with her, please do follow her on social media. I'm about to put her Instagram name here as well in the chat so you guys can reference it if you're watching the replay. Um, because that's she has amazing things going on, and clearly I need to get my eye game going better. So this has been amazing. You guys have to know that we are going strong, strong, strong in 2021. We're not playing any games. I can't release it all right now, but we have amazing projects coming on to really help mommypreneurs level up. Because I told my team, I'm not playing around in 2021. 2020 was like, oh, we have vision, clear vision, ha ha ha. And clearly COVID happened. I'm not playing any games in 2021. And I really want you guys to come along with me because moms, I vibe with moms. We get it. The babies cry, your kids cuss, your kids are there yelling, playing a video game, whatever's going on. I get it, right? And so we get each other. In all the different aspects in different type of businesses we have all together, it's definitely time to just join forces and really work this thing out. So I hope you are willing to come on the ride with me in 2021 as we're closing out our fourth quarter. You will see some announcements coming on. And if you know someone who's a mommypreneur and wants to be featured on this show, definitely send them our way. Email me at hello@melissajakes.com. We will set it up. We are going through and interviewing folks, of course, to make sure you're appropriate for the show, but we definitely want to make sure we highlight mommypreneurs because I don't know everyone. So definitely tag them, okay? So thank you guys so much for joining. Again, my name is Melissa Jakes, CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning, but on this page, I am mommypreneur of 2 kids now. So I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.